Right. Oh, the power of editing. Where's my pint? For fuck's
over
sake. It's over there. Why is it over there? Evening. Morning. Afternoon.
Hi.
This is Mr. Tate Kokich.
I am here of my own free will.
Oh, funny. But yes, we have Mr. Tate Kokich is here because Jamie can't be asked and Nathan Hood is dead. To me, anyway.
Yes, dead.
So Mr. Tate, I thought, we usually do the real band shout out at the end, but as you are in 3, technically 4.
One of them not of my own free will.
Yeah, not of your own free will, and the complete polar opposite of your political views, that being vulture authority. But I just thought we'd do the real bands now, because as this is the good names for bands list, it's great that my good friend and colleague Tate, 2 of his 3 bands do not fit into the criteria of a good name for band. And I have vociferously told him that they should change them. However, Tate, I'll let you talk for a minute as I've done all of the talking so far.
Right, yeah. So what, should I just say my bands?
Yeah.
You can check us out on Instagram at Nada Official. I'm sure we'll have a load of links.
We will. We'll have a
load of links somewhere down there. That's not my knees. That's underneath the video. You can find us on Instagram at Nada Official, at Finding Gaz.
Yeah, which had a very unfortunate look of the username, didn't it?
Yeah, well, it was. We've since changed it, but it turns out when you squash the 2 words together, it's like 1 letter off the N word.
Yes, fine. Yes. So
we've since added in an underscore to separate them.
To the dyslexic community.
Yeah.
It would come across definitely.
But we have 2 blacks in the band. So
2 blacks.
So we're allowed.
Oh, diversity. This is our YouTube monetization dreams down the pan with 2 blacks.
We got 2. Not 1, but 2. No women, though.
No women.
I won't have none of that.
Draw the line.
I'll draw the line there. And finally, the only band name that you actually like was Ear Fondlers.
Yeah, because this is Tate. Let me find the note on my phone because I'm always prepared. But no table this time. I feel totally lost without me.
Table's overrated.
Oh yeah, so you said it had to be with a PH, didn't it? And
I wanted it to be a PH. Yeah.
But you were adamant you weren't having it as 1 word.
Yeah,
it should have been 1 word. I'm going to edit this bit because I can't find it. So where is it? Ear Fondlers. Oh, maybe put it as 2. Fondlers. Where has it gone? What did I write it on?
This is real good content.
I know it is. Amalgamation of 1 word. That's all I wrote. So that was totally wasted time. Right, let's get professional. Fuck this up plenty of times now. So what's the story behind Nada and Finding Gaz now?
Well, Nada is it's like Spanish for nothing in it, but we put a H in it for some reason. There's
looks like a fucking Asian woman's name.
Yeah. It turns out when spelt the way we spelt it, it refers to like a Muslim, like an Islamic Renaissance movement in the 1400s.
Oh, cool.
We didn't know that. No relation to it,
Well, there we go.
Finding Gaz is actually, listen, everyone thinks it's a shit name, right?
Because it is. That's because
we call Finding Gaz because the rehearsal studio that we play at is run by a fella called Gaz, and he's like an entity, like you're constantly searching for him to pay up at the end of the session. So it got brought in. Actually, it's front-facing camera.
I know it is.
But everyone thought it was a shit name, and even when we booked a gig, and it were at the same rehearsal suite that we play at, and everyone thought it were a shit name.
But why? I wonder why.
People were walking through, like people coming up to us, like they'd already said to us, "Oh, that name's a bit weird, isn't it?" And then like 10 minutes later, they'll be coming up to us, and, "Hey, you seen Gaz anywhere?" And they'll go,
So there's at least 7 people on an industrial estate in Bolton that it appeals to. So therefore, you turn down Owls from Saturn and Irwell Herons for that. What can you do? You don't listen to professionals, do they? So, typical. typical Brexit voter, not listening to experts.
I don't vote.
Yeah, no, you don't. But it's just funny, just to say. So I thought go through a couple of the lists of the week, Tate. So
Excellent.
most of these include your dad. So it was a
Fucking hell, I hope it's not Schindler's List.
he's a gentleman of a lively disposition, shall we say?
My dad.
Yeah, it's a very interesting fellow.
That's one way to lively disposition. Yeah.
He's
other way to describe it would be loud cunt.
well, yeah. But my favourite bit was him telling me it's a theory that I agreed with, was his theory on banning vertical video, because then that would it was a bit like, policy ? This is the result.
See, he has been saying this for a good 15 years, right? And it goes back, like, if you went back 5 years ago, I would agree with you. I would agree with you that vertical video should be banned, because it was well annoying when you're on YouTube in bed and then, like, you get a vertical video. Yeah. And as well, like, you wouldn't be able to rotate your phone, because if you did, it would just rotate, like, it would always be a vertical video clicked into like a landscape mode.
Yeah.
So it'd just be really small.
Shit,
yeah.
But
now we have TikTok, so it's a null point now. Like, there's literally forms of media designed around the vertical video.
Yeah, but I can't be asked doing the 2 buttons on Adobe Premiere Pro to change clips into vertical video, so I agree with him. But there was, and then so he spent about an hour telling me, after you'd gone home, telling me about his arguments on Reddit, which were all superb.
Oh yeah, he spends he spends too much time on the internet. That is
like father, like son.
Hey,
the ones of your dad's were rare. This was you and your dad combined. When we were driving through Tameside to the
headed to the promised land.
Headed to the promised land. We were talking about just shit name. You called just the concept of pints the sweet amber crutch.
Yeah.
Which I really liked. And then your dad said, as soon as I met him, tried to shake his hand. He went, "Oh, shake me left hand, because that's my only working limb." So, sweet amber crutch with the first debut album, My Only Working Limb.
Yeah.
There you go.
Wow.
And, so he also came up with mental midgets. There was a moment where he was going on about David Attenborough and some kind of sexual thing with David Attenborough, which spawned Brown Planet with the debut album "You Could Have Eaten Your Dinner Out of My Arsehole."
Fucking hell! Was that after I'd left?
I think that was upon meeting. That was hello. Let me introduce yourself. I'll keep it normal. But yeah, and so there was another few. We had Chris McLaughlin, friend of the show and member of the band, play presser extraordinaire, Mr. Chris McLaughlin, who is off to Glastonbury, said something. Said like, "Oh, who are you going there with?" And he said, "Oh, I'm going with my mate Benny and the jet fuel." Meaning legal, meaning yogurts and nothing untoward. So then I then changed that into a vicious joke about Buddy Holly, Buddy and the jet fuel. So there you go. Yeah.
Wow.
There we go. There's nothing funnier than dying in a plane crash.
Well, was I meant to prepare? Was I meant to bring a list of my own? Because I have nothing for you, mate.
I know.
I only have my quick wit and.
I've done the preparation. Next time there will be requirements of preparation. However, this time I will. This is an introduction. This is an introduction to Tate. So
my podcast virginity.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Popping me podcast cherry.
So there was another one, which came from when we had the old thunderstorms the other day. With with that old heat wave and that British summertime thunderstorms. So I was with my significant other. She was stood outside, and I was having a cig at the door because it was pissing down. And so I said, "Do you mind moving? Because I'm going to sneeze." And then she panicked and pushed me out of the way. And then I went, what are you doing? And she went, Oh, I thought you said you knew it was good. The lightning was going to come.
What?
Am I fucking
You
Zeus?
mistook you for God.
I said sneeze.
Yeah.
So therefore, from that,
That's the first time in human history a man with hay fever has been
Oh, yeah.
mistaken for God.
Yeah, so from that came sneezing lightning.
Sneezing lightning.
Yeah. Which I think actually one of your main policy points would be a good first album title for them. Would be your theory of hay fever as a choice.
Hay fever is a choice. It's not a theory. It's just listen. We're going to take the show in a bit. We're taking the show. The arrival of Tate.
Well, it does well for Joe Rogan.
We're taking the show in a bit of a different direction. We're going to go in more of an InfoWars style thing.
Extreme right wing disinformation.
Yeah. We're going to have a weekly segment on vaccine misinformation and racial crime statistics. But we're starting up. We're easing you into it.
Oh, this was a mistake.
We're easing you into it.
This was a mistake.
We're dropping the first truth bomb we're dropping is hay fever is a choice, just like being gay.
I
don't mean that.
Yeah,
I don't mean that.
Yeah, the hay fever bit he doesn't mean.
Yeah, no, the gay thing is totally.
Oh, yeah, just do clarify that for the edit that you don't mean.
We'll get a close up at the end.
Yeah.
Can we have a little sidelight? None of this has been fact checked.
Not racist. Not racist or homophobic.
I'm in a band with 2 black people. Not 1, but 2.
Oh, I couldn't possibly be racist, Your Honour. Oh, that's funny. So, moving on very swiftly. There's another. Because we don't film, we film these a little bit in advance, which is a problem when you get such a good suggestion as Mr. Eugene of Twitter fame suggested the classic, which will now be a totally played out news story by the time this comes out. However, great name for a band or an album, Titanic Tourist Submarine.
Yeah.
So it's superb.
Well, they'll all know. Like by the time this comes out, they'll either be dead or not as well.
I think I'm willing to wager.
Can you bet on that? Surely they're taking odds on that.
Over 1.5 deaths. Did you see that? That was brilliant. The stepson going to Blink 182 gig. Have you seen that? That's fantastic. Yeah, I'll put a picture up.
Stepson, this isn't like something.
Yeah, no. So he put this thing up going, my stepdad's gone missing. I can't, he was on the sub or whatever, and then 20 minutes later, I know people might think this is distasteful, but I'm out at this gig. I paid for this gig, so I'm going.
Is the actual guy, the stepson of one of the guys?
Yeah. And he's like fucking sat in Blink 182 like this. It's like billionaire stepdad.
And his dad's like literally drowning under the ocean in the most horrific possible way to die.
Billionaire stepdad inheritance. Come on, sink!
He'll be fucking buzzing, won't he?
Blink 182. If only he'd gone to see a decent band.
He'd be like, "Fucking hurry up! I could have got backstage.
Yeah,
if you're already dead."
Yeah, just ringing his mum, going, "What's the chances on a Will Reed?"
Is what's his face back in Blink 182? The UFO guy.
Which UFO? Oh well,
am I thinking? Is it Blink 182? I'm sure they're like one of the original guitarists or something left, and he got really obsessed with UFOs.
I'm not sure.
Tom DeLonge.
Oh him. I don't know. I know there's Travis Barker's that committed the worst crime amongst all of them by going out with the Kardashians. So,
really?
Yeah,
wow! I thought it was going to be something.
Yeah, that's a crime against nature and humanity.
I thought you were going to be like a paedophile or something, but
that's
definitely worse.
That's worse, isn't it? I've also got a few more of our trip to Tameside pub, which was a place, and there was a sign that I misread because of I'm not dyslexic, but sometimes
he's just an idiot.
So I'm not dyslexic, but sometimes my brain just goes, "What would it be funny if we just pretended to be for 2 minutes?" So from that came, it was the bifolding showroom, but I read it as the bisexual showroom because they had like an old-fashioned F, like a 16th century one. That.
You just do that thing where you read the two first letters and just construct
Yeah, just construct the
whatever you might. It's a Freudian slip, isn't it? You know.
Oh, funny. The oh yeah, as well. I've got into for me quite a good sleeping pattern. Which is falling asleep about 9 and waking up at 6 in the morning, which is I was retelling Teesside Bard Stuart Bellamy, friend of the show, that I've got the strange ways sleeping pattern, which I thought was quite fun.
So very well regimented.
Yeah. Lights out, you cunt. But, we also had.
I've got that. You know, I've got a mate who he's like our age as well, but he's got the sleeping pattern of like an 8-year-old man. Like he goes to bed at 7 and he wakes up at 4 in the morning.
Fucking hell.
And I just don't understand. I like him, like, mate, you're in your 20s. Like, why are you doing this?
That's like that's extreme onset Alzheimer's.
Yeah. But you'll text him at 7, like, come in for a pint, mate, and he'll text you back in the morning. Sorry, I'm in bed.
Funny. That's this may just be a case of nobody wants to go for a pint with you.
Maybe, yeah.
Oh, sorry, mate, I was asleep. Well, that's funny because I seen you post on Instagram that you've gone that you're in the pub next door.
Yeah. Oh, sleepwalking, mate.
So have we got any more? Maybe oh yeah, we can do that. Let's do that one. Oh yeah, all right. We'll do two more. Bits. Lovely. So as well, this is a classic. I'm pulling from the archives because I had to release Nathan on a free due to him dying.
Yeah, it's a tragic steamroller accident where he just squashed like a Looney Tune.
Tragic fucking being a knob.
What happened? It was really sad actually. Is he was chasing a flightless bird. And this bird painted.
Where's this going?
There was a wall, and this bird painted like a tunnel onto it, and he ran straight into the painting, completely squashed himself. He thought it was real, innit?
Turning into the fucking Mighty Boosh here. I.e. talking fucking height. So this is a classic from the archives because I totally forgot to tell you to prepare anything. Because we're professionals here, which is why the audio, we have only just figured out how to do audio on episode fucking 10.
Episode 10, man.
Oh yeah, this is episode.
Wow.
This is episode 11.
One,
this is episode 11. This one.
Yeah.
I need to keep reminding myself which one we're on because I don't. But this is So the have you seen the PayPal advert? That's really annoying.
No, I've not.
It's fucking really annoying.
Good conversation.
Yeah,
next bit.
Next bit. No, but there's sort of like it's one of this like new trends in songwriting that's really fucking annoying. Like the lyric is that it's on the advert. It's like I've only ever got 5 seconds in before I went fuck off. Skip. It's sang in a really annoying way, which that is that's Glasshouse throwing the fucking kitchen to pieces. Me saying someone's got an annoying voice, but it's just, the lyric is like, "Go be the change, you'll thank me later," right? Which is like this really sort of like annoying preaching politics, but with nothing behind it. With nothing. Write something about that, you cunt. You can't.
I can't show my tattoo.
Yeah.
That might not allow the hate symbols,
Oh.
apparently. We'll edit that out.
No,
I have no tattoos.
Probably won't. He doesn't have any tattoos, but he is
No. I have commitment issues.
We are slowly resurrecting Yugoslavia, plastic Serb, and actual Croatian. So just need to persuade him and the rest of everybody in Croatia to stop being such right-wing fascists. But there you go. The Ustasha, fuck 'em. Sloboda Narodu, as it were.
I don't know what. As an actual
Fascismo Sloboda Narodu.
as an actual Slav, I don't know if he's made that up. I speak fluent Slav, whatever. He's made that. He's
Fluent
literally
Slav.
just blah, 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 blah. That's what he's basically doing.
Smrt fascismo sloboda narodu. Hey, come on.
He learned that off playing Counter-Strike.
I learned that off. It's
Don't know what it means.
It means death to fascism, freedom to the people. Tito slogan. I'm Bratstvo Jedinstvo. So, there you go. I'm Bojan Babic, my friend, who told me how to pronounce Nemanja Gdej properly.
We were talking about a PayPal advert here. Anyway, what was it?
Well, this is good because I always get derailed. I'm like a fucking chemical train in Ohio. That's relevant. Come on, topical. It only happened fucking 8 months ago. So, yeah, but it's just typical of that. It's sort of like
What was this? What was the line?
it was go be the change. You know you'll thank me later. It's like
No,
Hillary,
it's like
it's like if Hillary Clinton wrote a song.
it's
just
like, but
fucking
it's like one of
nothingness.
them quotes that your mum would have on like a plaque in the toilet.
Yeah,
you know
it
what
is,
I mean? Like my mum's got a really great one. Like obviously there's the standard live, laugh, love.
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
all
yeah.
that, but my mum's got one that says, "If you're not living on the edge, you're taking up too much
Oh
space."
yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Class.
they've. I like mum slogans. Mum slogans get a bad rap. Mum slogans are good. Like my mum's got one on the mirror where it's like she's decided to start living the life she wanted to, and then the life she wants to must be whinging at me,
Whinging at me.
incessantly.
I've heard
26 years old, mum. Don't live with you anymore. Leave me alone.
Well, living the way she wants to. 2 bottles of Echo Falls.
Yeah. I do love you, mum.
Yeah, sorry for Jan's mum. I've never even met you.
she
I'm
doesn't-
sure you're a lovely
She
person.
doesn't know how to work the internet. I think I'll be fine. But I do love you, mum. I'm sorry about that. That horrible disparaging for content. There'll be more of that. Honestly.
We'll sell our mums up tight. Fucking for a few clicks. We don't give a shit.
£1 a month, one extra £1 a month patron. Have my mother take my.
Do what you want with her.
Take
Do what you
anything.
want with her. Fucking hell.
Good advert for the patron there. If you want to make sure we can pay for ourselves now. Both of our mothers have disowned us. You can go to Patreon.com.
And I was dependent on her financially, so you guys have to pick up the stick here.
Patreon.com/Vulture Authority. And Tate will get about 5% of it if he's lucky. But that'll teach you Tory economics. From do half the work, get 2% of the fucking reward. So the last bit. I don't know if you don't know him, Tate, because you don't have a Twitter account. You do have an Instagram, T8INIT, which spells Tate in it. Do follow him. There'll be links there.
I think it's 2 ends. It might be.
Might be. Should be.
We'll
It's
put
with 2
links.
ends. Put links.
Some links.
We'll put as the zookeeper at Chester Zoo once said. We'll get some links. Come on. Come on.
Oh, you stretching to that one, mate. That's a top shelf. Like, you have to get a fucking little step ladder out for that, mate. Fucking hell.
Come on. The Chris McCooey, Mr. Nevermind the Tories on Twitter, the greatest genius of all time. The man who does all our work. This is a bit from the archive, but it was when he sent me a headline about some British family's horrific experience with Jet2 or someone like that on a holiday to Egypt. So it was Pharaoh Fest, and this was all these band names were all together and came from the same headline. So I think at 6:15 opening the festival, you'd have Giant Mosquito Bites. I think they get about 40 minutes. Then
I've got a question about that. Is it the bite of the mosquito giant, or is it a bite from a giant mosquito?
It's open to that's where
it's
the
open
best,
to interpretation.
That's where the best band names come from. So it's like Vulture Authority. What does it mean? I don't even know. It just sounds fucking good. I do know, sort of. But there's multiple interpretations. You can make what you want of it.
Yeah.
It sounds good. Unlike Finding Girls. So giant mosquito bites to open. It's a good question, Tate. Well done there. So see, he's learning, getting better all the time. The second one, which was what this family experienced whilst on the holiday, was what they termed extreme bowel loosening.
Oof,
yeah, don't want that. But they're on at 7:05. If you want to see them, followed by Trails of Vomit, which was good. I think my personal favourite of of the list. I know what's going to be your favourite. It's going to be one after this, but my favourite was Six Man Punch Up. That's like Five Finger Death Punch, isn't it? But I bet they're capable of making actual music.
I wouldn't go that far. Fucking hell.
No, I'm saying Five Finger Death Punch are incapable.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because they're like, I think what will be your favourite, which was Dead Dog in Reception.
Why would that be my? That's it. I don't think I like what you're sort of.
It's just because you're a puerile, horrible person. Yeah.
Puerile, isn't that some sort of hand cream? I don't know what that means, mate.
Oh, you fucking moron! I do love you. That was fucking stupid. So if you can all say and tell us in the comments how stupid Tate is and give him the definition of the meaning of the word puerile, that'd be very nice. Is it a fucking hand cream? Pure. Put that on the list. Puerile hand cream.
Puerile hand cream. There we
Come
go.
on.
We're making names right now.
Skin cream, I think, is better because it's got SK. It's better in it because looks like it's from Stockport or something. Postcode joke.
Well, there's nothing good about the from.
There's nothing good about it. And the final one to sum it all up was Egyptian Holiday, which was the very first. But I thought they just had the better sounding.
I feel that's a bit of a cop out there.
It's a bit of a cop out because it needs to fill space. So there we go. So yeah, I think that might do us, Tate, for your inaugural. So yeah.
I've still got a full stack of racial crime statistics. I guess we'll leave that for the next episode.
Yeah. when our guest will be one of the blacks. Oh God, that is. I'm not going to edit that out, but that is going. I can just sense that's going to come out.
He's going to get clipped. Just a video. One of the blacks.
I was going to get an email from work. Disciplinary. What's this about? Oh well. Ooh, no. And then if I do get sacked, what you all need to do is give £1 to Patreon.com/Vulture Authority, which will be in the
my penis.
Yes, there you go.
Do I get to plug myself?
Yeah, go on. Plug yourself.
Check me out on Spotify. Just Tate.
5 bands himself.
Well, no, only one of them's on Spotify at the moment. We're working.
So
I'll debut some more stuff when we get our shit together and release. But in the meantime, check me out on Spotify. You can find my EP, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Baghead. We will have that linked. Lovely. I'm assuming.
Yeah, pal. Tell me that. Oh, we also forgot to talk about, but we'll talk about it next time. He might not come up with good names for bands, but he does come up with the greatest song title I've ever heard. So we'll tease that for next week. I'll just remember to write it down in a minute. So yeah, nice one for watching this far. If you have watched this far, what can they say? Right, type tone deaf in the comments. I've just seen it on a bongo. If you've watched this far, which not many people do, according to our analytics,
you get about 5 minutes.
5 minutes. I'll fuck this shit up. Well, that's it. So I hope you're all a fan of this cunt because he'll be about for a bit. So yeah, until there is actual hate crimes committed on camera, we've got Tate Co-Kitchen. So yeah,
the court date's next week. So.
Lovely. Right. Well, we'll fuck off to the pub now.
The
pub. So thank you very much for watching. And we'll see you next week, won't we, Tate? See you next week.